Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a massive hurdle that literally every creator faces at some point, escaping the zero views trap. We're going to break down the 12 biggest mistakes keeping your dashboard stuck at absolute zero, and more importantly, exactly how you can fix them. So if you've been putting your heart into your content only to hear absolute crickets, well, you're definitely in the right place.
So naturally, you might be wondering, is my content just bad? You know, if your upload has been sitting there for days with zero traction, it's so easy to panic. You start thinking the algorithm hates you, or maybe you should just throw in the towel. But actually, scratch that. The source we're diving into today reveals the answer is almost always no. It's usually just a mechanical problem, and we can totally solve it.
But hey, before we dive into the heavy strategy, let's clear up any weird technical flukes. If you literally have zero views, like a flat line, check these 4 things first. Is the upload actually set to public? Is it still stuck processing in the background? Are there any copyright strikes or policy restrictions holding it back? Or did you literally just hit publish 5 minutes ago? If you're clear on all of those, all right, then it's time to look at the actual mechanics.
To fix this, we're going to organize today's explainer around the actual journey your viewer takes. First, the zero views problem. 2, getting your video found. 3, earning the click. 4, keeping viewers watching. 5, winning the long game. And finally, number 6, the ultimate success formula. All right, let's jump straight into section 1, the zero views problem. This is the fundamental reason your content remains unseen. Okay, I absolutely love the analogy used in the source material here. Imagine opening a 5-star restaurant right in the middle of a massive desert. Even if your food is mind-blowing, nobody's going to show up. Why? Because they simply don't know you're there. The exact same thing happens online. The data shows that making content nobody is actively searching for means that even if your work is a literal masterpiece, it's going to stay hidden. The fix here is to research your topic beforehand. Look at autocomplete suggestions, because those represent real searches from real people. Moving on to section 2, getting your video found. This is all about search, keywords, and competition. Here's the deal. If YouTube doesn't understand what you're making, it has no clue who to serve it to. So you have to give the algorithm a map. You do this by strategically placing your main keywords in 4 crucial spots: your title, the very first lines of your description, your actual spoken words, and your chapters if you're using them. By putting your keywords in these specific spots, you're essentially grabbing the algorithm by the hand and leading it directly to your target audience. But you gotta be smart about which keywords you're actually using. Look at this comparison on screen. As a new creator, trying to compete against giant channels with a super broad title like artificial intelligence is practically impossible. No way you win that fight. But a highly specific, targeted title like 5 free AI tools every student should use, that makes the algorithm's job so easy. You're speaking directly to a specific person, a student, looking for free tools. Okay, section 3, earning the click. This is where we perfect those thumbnails and titles. Think of your thumbnail like a billboard on a super fast highway. The guide highlights 4 major mistakes you absolutely must avoid: cramming in too much text, using blurry images, having dull, washed-out colors, or just having no clear subject at all. Remember, people are scrolling lightning fast, mostly on their tiny phone screens. If your billboard has any of these problems, they'll just speed right past it, and the algorithm will drop your content like a rock. So, what's the secret? Keep it incredibly simple. Optimize for those small mobile screens. Just use 1 clear image and maybe 2 to 4 words of text that are super easy to read. That's really it. That is the whole shebang. You just need to instantly convey the value of your content before they even glance at the title. And speaking of titles, they have to work hand in hand with that thumbnail. Notice how a super boring title like My New Video gives us literally zero reason to care. I mean, why would anyone click that? But check out the one on the right. I tried learning English for 30 days, here's what happened. That instantly sparks intense curiosity, right? It promises a journey, a cool experiment, and a real result without relying on cheap clickbait. All right, section 4, keeping viewers watching. This is where hooks, pacing, and audio come into play. Okay, this is absolutely crucial. What we're looking at here is YouTube's most heavily weighted metric, audience retention. Basically, how long are people actually staying to watch? The data is super clear on this. If a viewer bails in the first 20 seconds, it sends a massive red flag to the system. It basically screams to YouTube that your content isn't satisfying, and boom, it just completely stops recommending it. Because of that scary 20-second drop-off risk, you have got to skip the boring intros. Seriously, no long, rambling welcomes or, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Start with the biggest, juiciest benefit right in the first 30 seconds. Tell them exactly what they're going to learn and why they need to stick around. Hit them with that massive value right out of the gate.
And once you're past that hook, you have to treat the whole thing like a really fast-paced, engaging conversation. You want to keep the pace moving, cut out any boring pauses, change up your visuals frequently, and always keep the viewer curious about what's coming next. By constantly opening new little loops of curiosity, you give them a compelling reason to stick around till the very end. Now, here is a really surprising takeaway from the research. Audio is completely non-negotiable. It's crazy, but viewers will totally forgive mediocre video quality. It's completely fine if you're just shooting on an old phone in your bedroom. But bad sound? Absolutely not. If they hear weird echoes or annoying background noise, they're gone in a heartbeat. You can instantly boost your perceived quality just by grabbing a decent mic and speaking clearly. Moving on to Section 5, winning the long game. Let's talk about niche, consistency, and timing.
So the guide strongly recommends picking just one clear topic and committing to it for at least your first 20 to 30 uploads before even thinking about pivoting. Think about it. If you jump from video games on Monday to cooking on Wednesday to personal finance on Friday, you're just going to confuse the algorithm and your viewers. You absolutely must establish a rock-solid identity first. Next up is consistency. Publishing at least one solid upload a week trains the algorithm over time, but timing matters too. Figure out when your specific audience is actually awake and online and upload then. Snagging those early clicks right after you publish sends incredibly positive signals to the platform, telling it to push your work out to an even wider audience. But hey, if you're just starting out, please take a deep breath and relieve yourself of the pressure. Your channel is brand new. It has literally zero history. As the insight shows, it is completely normal that the algorithm doesn't know who likes your stuff yet. It's like a giant puzzle, and it just takes time to piece together. So keep showing up, keep uploading, and just try to improve one little thing every single time.
And finally, Section 6, the ultimate success formula. Let's bring it all together.
If you can reverse engineer your approach to hit these 3 consecutive steps, your chances of breaking out of the desert completely skyrocket. The platform rewards 3 simple things. First, people actually have to click on your optimized title and clean thumbnail. Second, your snappy pacing and crisp audio have to keep them watching. And third, they need to enjoy it enough to engage, like drop a like, a comment, or share it with a friend. So let's wrap this up. Go pull up your dashboard right now. Seriously, how many views did your last upload get? Now, think about this. If you actively apply these 12 mechanical fixes today, what is that number going to look like tomorrow? Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and keep building.